All right, are live. So, welcome to the Game of the Year edition of the Road Gamers podcast. I am your Aaron, aka Amor. With me, as always, my friend, my pal from across the pond, plotting how to put U.S. sanctions right now, uh, Mr. Sir Bruno.
Hello, hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And the sanctions are coming. Yeah, don't worry. Okay,
Excellent.
I'm still working on them.
Perfect. I mean, you could just copy and paste. I think that's. But
I sure. Okay. I'm not sure what Russia has done with the sanctions, but we'll do the same. Yes, I'll copy the homework.
no,
Yeah.
what
I
the
mean,
UN did to
nothing
Russia.
they've done. Oh, okay, the other way around. I was gonna say. I was
Yeah.
about to say nothing Russia's done has been bad recently. I don't think. He says sarcasm, by the way, guys. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And we have a special guest for this episode. Would you like to introduce him?
Of course, yes. We have our old as in not. I'm not calling you old. I'm saying old from the from the other podcast.
Too late.
Old co-host, Mr. Marius Dunkley.
Hello, yeah, I'm back. I am back.
With a vengeance. Yeah,
Been a while.
it has been a while because
back.
I thought
don't know
I'd come back to keep you in order for the game of the year.
It's a good thing you did.
I know what
Because,
Bruno's shenanigans are like, so
No, Donut is the one trying to break the rules. But you can.
There's too many rules. Too many rules.
Well, the rules are simple. We're not doing a top 10. That's too easy. Anyone can do a top 10. We're doing a top 6, right? Because it's a bit harder. You have to kill some of your darlings, right? We're going round robin, just going around, going from 6 to 1. Talk about our games. Even if you have the same game on the list, we'll just still discuss it when it's at that position. And the only other thing is the game doesn't have to come out this year. It has to be a game you've played for the first time this year. Okay, that's it. Those are the only rules.
Right, sounds perfect. Well, you know what? Since I know Bruno is still trying to decide what his list is actually going to pan out to be, I'll start us off here. So my number 6 is a game that I don't think I've talked about at all. Surprising, but it's one that is very good family game. If you guys are familiar with Jackbox and how those played, it's a game similar to that, but mixed in with a Gloomhaven kind of flavor to it called. And so it's an RPG game, but you can have a party on the couch without control. You use your phone. So you get special powers that you can. A little bit weird at first, just kind of figure out how to use D&D type game. That's turn based, but it is really fun. One that the wife and I really couch, and my son Nathan. If you like turn-based tactical RPG that is more family weight, it does have some difficulty, sure, but entry wise, very very good at mechanics. Highly recommend it. Yeah, give it a check out. Thunderfolk.
Yeah, Thunderfolk. Yeah, I heard about this in another podcast. So yeah, it's basically D&D, but you have your character cheat on your phone, right? So basically, right? So, and you, yeah. The problem with this type of game, it sounds great. Yeah, I would love to play it. I have no friends. I have no one that can come around and play games with me. I mean, I have friends that play online with me, but not couch. Amelia doesn't like playing those type of games, but it sounds really cool. It does, yeah.
I mean, the good news is, just like Jackbox, you can play it over.
Hmm? Oh yeah.
There is not just strictly the couch.
Good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, like you're right. Jackbox content. No, that looks cool. That's looks pretty cool. And you're right. I haven't heard you talk about this game before, so that's quite a nice surprise.
Yeah, thought I'd sneak at least one.
Yeah.
Thunderfolk 6 for me. All right, Marius, why don't you go up next since Bruno's still trying to just see him frantically looking back at
Look, the game that I've put in my number 6, although I have to say my list, as far as I'm concerned, they're all interchangeable. It's sort of almost in no particular order because they're the top 6 games of the year. They're all bloody amazing, and I'm a bit like they could be in any order for me, these ones. But the one that I've decided on number 6 today is Split Fiction. A early contender. Obviously, me and Bruno played it through together, as we did with the really good one that came before it. Oh, what was it called?
It takes
Thank you. Hey, I'm back straight away. How long's it been? And I'm already forgetting names of the games. Brilliant. So the follow up to that, and I thought, for me, it's impossible to sort of review or consider Split Fiction without thinking about It Takes Two. I can't see that on its own. I have to sort of compare it to that, and like the advancement, like the technology and the way it looks, and the things that they do with it, as much better than It Takes Two. There was, and like It Takes Two, there was just so many things. Every level there's something different, and there's lots of sort of crazy stuff going on, throughout the game. And then, look, obviously the last level is what it's all about. Like, it's mad to say it, but like that last level was just incredible. I won't say any more. It's just good for anyone that's not got to play it yet, but that last level is just absolutely phenomenal. The reason why I sort of put it a bit lower down on my list, and it could have almost been bumped for some other things, is whilst what I've just said, it's obviously I think technically better than It Takes Two. It isn't a better game than It Takes Two for me. It's not as good. The story I thought was basically piss poor. I had no interest in the characters or the story. I just didn't think it was good, and it took itself a bit more seriously than It Takes Two. It Takes Two seemed a bit more whimsical and just stupid. Obviously, they had the turning into sausages and all of that sort of stuff. So there was some of that, but there wasn't just the pure unadulterated fun bits that I found that we had in It Takes Two. And I clearly didn't laugh as much as I did in It Takes Two. It Takes Two had me proper chuckling all the way through. And the elephant scene of that, just that you can't compare with that. So yeah, that's my number 6, Split Fiction.
Very good. Can I go for my number 6?
I mean, just say a couple words about it.
No, that's fine. Just hold your thoughts. Okay, it's very simple. The reason I want to go for my top 6 because my number 6 is also Split Fiction, and then you can say your words now because I'm also going to talk about it as well now.
The floor is yours, Bert.
Well, no, I want to echo pretty much everything you said there, Marius. We played the 3 in a row together. We played A Way Out, It Takes Two, and this one. And technically speaking, from a technical point of view, from a graphical point of view, from many ways, this is the best of the bunch. But certainly, it certainly hasn't got those as many laugh out loud moments as It Takes Two had. Also, not enough mini games. I thought It Takes Two had a lot more mini games, and they kept the score throughout as well. So that was always every pretty much level. We were like like finding a mini game to play with against and all with different mechanics. But yeah, Split Fiction picks on all that. The last level, as you say, is just phenomenal. And I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil it for everyone else. It should be experienced. But there was a lot of fun moments as well on it. I remember that one in the bike. I think you were riding the bike, and I was trying to break the code on the phone or something, or the other way around.
Yeah.
And you like trying to ride the bike and trying to look at what I'm doing on the phone. What's taking so long? And it's made to be difficult on purpose to create that chaos. So there was a lot of that on this one. I also think it's fair to say that if It Takes Two didn't exist, this would be even higher then, because this would be
I think it probably would, because it just didn't make me fit. And to be honest, like a lot of the probably all the games really on my list, it's much more about how the game made me feel, like than anything else, than any of the technical stuff. And yeah, this didn't make me feel as strongly as It Takes Two, but would it have been different if that didn't exist? Then maybe.
But I remember when we finished It Takes Two, because I've streamed the whole thing, and everything is on YouTube, right? When we did it, but when we finished, you said that something along the lines of, "This is one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had," and I agreed. Yes. Yeah. And this one didn't go up to that level, but it certainly went up to. Like I said, if you take the other one out of a vacuum, then if you put this in a vacuum, sorry, the other way around. If you put this one in a vacuum, then this game is fucking brilliant as well.
I say it's a phenomenal game. It's one of the best of the year. So
yeah, that's why it's number 6 for me as well. Donna, sorry, I didn't want to steal your thunder. I just wanted to I wanted to butt in, but I wanted to say, by the way, that's my number 6 as well. Carry on. Yeah.
No, I mean, I get your guys' thoughts on like comparing it versus It Takes Two. It's one of those things that you really can't compare it to that. Like, it's similar in style, but you look at A Way Out, which is like you also have to compare, and like really for me, I thought like each game had a different element to it that made it special. So A Way Out had the emotional impact of the ending. Like that ending was like gut wrenching. It Takes Two. What was fun was just like joyous. Even though the story, like, I'm not a fan of the story as much as you guys are. Like, it's good, but
so we talk about It Takes Two, or
It Takes Two.
Or,
It Takes Two.
okay, yeah.
I mean, I have to acknowledge there are problems with It Takes Two story, but regardless of that, its story is interesting.
Yeah.
Whereas I didn't find very much
there's
interesting about the story
there's a Tekken fight. There's a Tekken fight on top of by two squirrels on top of a flying thing. Come on, guys. Let's keep it real. That was you play Frogger with a frog. You become Come on. That's a lot of there's lots of many moments. But anyway, we're talking about Split Fiction anyway. Yeah.
And so like you get the joyous kind of goofiness of It Takes Two, and I think Split Fiction is like spectacle. Like it's got that like arena, like just amazing kind of thing, and that's what I'll say. Like I don't like comparing the three because each of them are special in a different way.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
All right.
Brilliant game though. Yeah.
So I like your picks. So now to number 5. This is the only one that is not from 2020. And this was one that was brought to my attention thanks to you, Bruno. And a little game called Mini Shoot Adventure, where this is a spaceship bullet hell mixed with and really it's one that I had on my deck, and every break that I had at work I was
Mhm.
It was just so much fun, so well done for such a unknown studio game. It's one of those indie titles really kind of hit a spot. No one's done before. The exploration was great. Very very similar to the Zelda exploration, where um, you had to get a certain power or item to be able to progress to the next area. Uh, use that item on the boss right after you obtained it and everything. Yeah, it just hit that nostalgic sweet spot mixed in with that bullet hell aspect to a lot of things. It,
Eh,
it was
al-
it was so
Also,
good.
also a team of two. This is an indie team of two people, two French cousins. They're just making a game, and then they just go and make an absolute banger of a game.
Yeah, it's criminally undersold. Like this game,
Absolutely, it
everyone
is.
should play.
Yeah, I also played it again on recommendation from Bruno, and look, just to save a small time, it's my number 5 as well. So
Oh wow!
might as well just crack on. Um, yeah, yeah,
I like
and
it.
look, I absolutely agree. The first thing for me, it reminds me a lot of the Pixel Junk shooter games. If you ever played those,
Yes.
so like the early ones, the original ones, it really gave me that same sort of vibe, and I fucking loved those games. They were amazing. And yeah, there's just so much to it. It is a bullet hell shooter, but it's also a Zelda game. There's a little bit of sort of Metroidy Vania sort of nuss going on there. It's like in places it's genuinely challenging in some of the bullet hell stuff. And like you, it's one of those that I wanted to go to 100%. I don't think I did. I can't quite remember. It feels like a long time ago now. It feels like very, very early in the year that I played
It
it.
was. Yeah.
But I have in my mind, I think one of the achievements glitched or something for me. So I was like, I walked away from the 100% at that point. But yeah, so good. And I think again, it just felt good. Like the control of the ship was good, and all of that. And it's absolutely just one of those, um, that I knew nothing about till Bruno mentioned it. Not heard anything. Like you say, it's absolutely underrated diamond. Really, it was great. I think the only thing I would nitpick around it is the map and navigation and finding your way around and where you need to be next. Sometimes I got a bit lost sometimes with it, which I always find a bit annoying. With game, I know some people like Bruno, you prefer that more than me. You sort of enjoy that for games. I'm like, no, I want to know where I'm fucking going, please.
Yeah, I quite
But
like
that's my
the.
only nit with it. Other
Mhm.
than that, it's a phenomenal game, and I'm astonished it's not being spoke about more because I think it's just amazing.
This is the problem with the video games. By the way, I do not have it on my top 6. It could easily make my top 6. When I saw it, I forgot how I discovered it. I don't know if I heard it on a podcast or if it was
Yeah,
just through.
You heard it on another podcast.
Yeah. But I remember, and then checking it out, and as soon as I checked it out, I'm like, this is, Mario's all over. Like I said,
Oh yeah,
this is.
as soon as I saw it, I think I bought it within about 30 seconds of you mentioning it and me looking at it. It was
I'm like,
straight
this
away.
is. But this is the problem with games like this. It's discoverability, and it's and there's lots of games like this where that's just so good, and unless they get like a streamer gets hold of it, or like a popular streamer or a popular podcast. So yeah, but we need to keep shouting to the rooftops because this is brilliant, and it's not an expensive game. It's it just looks great, and for a team of two, it looks great. It actually looks really nice as well. It's really,
Yeah, it's a
really
nice sort of cartoony style. Like I say, very reminiscent of the Pixel Junk games. Like, yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah,
very good.
that's a perfect way to describe Pixel Junk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's really a testament to just some of these really small to make such a tight
Yeah.
never once in anything that I did in that game. Oh man, the game's fault. It was always my fault. So
And that's
that's
always the
successful.
mark of a great game. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Great choice, guys.
Bruno, you're number 5.
My number 5 is a game that I'm disappointed that I don't think Marius has played it yet. It's probably a good thing as well because it's very addicting, this game, and I know when it comes to games like this, he can get a bit addicted, and that is Ball X Pit. So the thing about Ball X Pit, what is Ball X Pit? So basically, it's a bit. What's that game called? The one
Arkanoid.
Arkanoid. That's it. Yeah, it's a bit like Arkanoid. Yeah, where you throw in the ball and it's hitting the enemies as they're coming down. You're going on this track. You're going forward, and enemies are coming down at you. And you have to throw a ball at them and destroy them and keep going. And as you progress, you start unlocking new abilities, new characters as well. They have different ways of throwing the ball. Maybe they'll throw the ball at the back and then it bounces off the back backwards, or maybe they shoot from the back straight away, or maybe it's two twins that throwing one ball either side. And you have different levels, and the idea is you keep progressing through these levels, and it's a bit like it has that Vampire Survivors thing of you create this you go on this run sometimes with some really crazy combination of weapons where you're just destroying everything. There's even a character that plays for you. You can just, if you select that character, you cannot choose. He just goes and plays on his own. There's one that's like a turn-based one where you do the ball and he stops and then he moves like turn-based. So every time you do it. And then you have this town builder, the part of it, where that's how you get your upgrades. You kind of like building these houses, and then you're literally throwing bouncing workers, like with the same mechanics across the map and when they hit the house, it creates one build block basically. So you're building this city, and then you have to build it in such a way, like, let me build it in such a way that if I throw it this way, it bounces off here, and I'm making some money. I'm getting some resources. So you kind of like there's a bit of a gameplay there as well. Anyway, so it's one of those games. It's just as simple as that, but it's so addicting, and it's one of those like, I finish. I tell you what, let me just do one more quick run. Like jump back in again and start start another run with another character maybe. And that's other cool things as well. Like whenever you finish a level, you get a totem for that level, and then if you say on a totem, you'll say if you finish one character, give you a plus 1% something, right? And if you finish with all the characters that particular level, then that totem is going to give you a higher percentage. So there's a lot of gameplay there to you go like, I'm doing well, but I'm not doing enough damage. What's the totem for damage? Okay, it's this level. Let me complete the level with all the characters I have to see if I can get more. And so there's a lot of nerdy gameplay as well on top of it. Just a brilliant game. I think this is I forgot the name of the guy, but I think he's done. I forgot the name of the thing, so don't worry about it. Anyway, Ball X Pit, phenomenal. That's my number 5 game.
Yeah, I love the idea of this game. Like, I love a bit of Arkanoid, but as you've already alluded to, I just can't do it after Vampire Survivors. This game feels dangerous to me. It feels like Vampire Survivors. It's a fantastic waste of time.
Yep, that's exactly what this is. But no, in a good way.
And I would do that like Vampire Survivors. I was just the amount of hours I put into that. It's just I'm doing nothing. It was such a waste of time, waste of my life. So I had to let it go. So I don't want to start X-Ball Pit because I could see where it's going for me.
Yeah, I really like X-Ball Pit. It's on Game Pass as well. It's on Game Pass as well. So if you have Game Pass, it's. Is
it? I didn't recognize it was on Game.
No. Walk away. Right. That's my number 5.
Good pick.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so on to my number 4. This might be the most shocking.
Oh,
Guesses, Bruno?
Clair Obscur.
Oh, good guess. It is Clair Obscur. The unanimous game of the year. I'm gonna have it number 4. And it it's an exceptional game. Like it deserves all the accolades. Um, the story is one of the best that I've played. I can't. It's been a while. The emotion that it gives you, it's exceptional. The gameplay itself, a wonderful modification of ARPG based, but dodge, parry, way that you customize characters. That's really, really. The only reason that it is on my list is really because it didn't get its hooks in me like the top 3. And it once it did get its hooks in, I did like play it until I beat it. But it didn't have that same, oh man, I can't wait to wake up in the morning, get home. I was like, all right, I'm ready to get through the chapter. Excited to play the game as much as, and that's one of the really nice things about what they did is if you just want to see the story, they do have a difficulty where you play and you have to. But I don't recommend that because then you kind of miss in some of the. But it is there for those that just want to. But yeah, that's my number 4. I'm sure it will appear on another, probably higher up.
Well, I can tell you at this point it will not be appearing on my list. And I'll take a slightly different viewpoint to you in that I heartily recommend playing it on the story mode, difficulty mode, because that's exactly what I did. It took me 2 goes to get Clair Obscur. First time I didn't really enjoy it at all. It took me. I couldn't get my head around the timing on the parries and stuff. I found tricky, and I found that really annoying when I was playing it. And it's not just a Clair Obscur thing for me. It's a JRPG thing of that you make a mistake and that's it, you're fucked. The fight is over almost. And I have no interest in that, particularly as you get later on in those sort of games and your entire party can be wiped out in 1 or 2 moves when you're 25 minutes into a battle because you've made a mistake. And it's like, well, that for me is, I just have no interest in that. So yeah, I played it through on the story difficulty, and I think they could do with something in between, actually, like in between the story and the normal one, because it was great to start with. Then it did get through the middle bit. It was a bit too easy and got a bit boring, but I stuck it up again. You change the difficulty again. It's not a problem like to do. So it did feel like it needed something sort of in between would be really good. But yeah, in terms of the production of it and, like you say, the story, the acting and everything else was just phenomenal. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, the music's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my number 4.
Very good.
All right, Marius.
It's me then.
Number 4.
My number 4 is one that I don't think will appear on many people's lists based on the reception that it got. But it hit me at a perfect time, and I absolutely bloody loved this game. At South of Midnight. Like, I think it. I mean, visually, it looks unlike any other game. Like, it's quite unique. It's quite unique in a lot of things, like its setting, its story, the sort of things it touches upon. This sort of tale of the American South and sort of that sort of culture and folklore and things like that. That I don't really know much about those sort of things, and I thought that was phenomenal. Again, the acting and the story and everything on it were brilliant. Like we mentioned about music in Clair Obscur, but the music in this is amazing. Like blues, jazz, sort of folk music, and the music tells the story. Like there are several sections where the music is the narrative. It's not just someone telling you about it. It's the music that's literally telling you the story and what's happened. And there's some quite dark stuff in there as well, which I quite like. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. I think I think most people threw shade at it for the combat and stuff, which I can understand why people didn't gel with that too much. But for me, it was just perfect. It's just what I needed at that time. Like, not everything needs to be a challenging, super complex game. I can't remember what I just come off going into it, but it tends to be what I do nowadays is I'll play something that's quite mechanic heavy or quite challenging game, because my tolerance for those is dwindling nowadays. I'm not so much into that sort of I'll call it the Cuphead experience of those sort of challenging games. I have less interest in that than I used to do. So when I do play something like that, I tend to sort of palate cleanse with something that's a little bit more chilled out. And for me, this was that perfect thing. And it doesn't need to be complicated or in-depth mechanics for me. I just played it through. It was nice, easy time playing through, and all of the other stuff that I've mentioned around the story and the acting and everything else more than makes up for it perhaps not being the most mechanically deep game. But for me, it was an utter surprise that I loved it as much as I did. So yeah, absolutely deserves its spot for me.
There's a few. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I really kind of second you on all this. I really enjoyed this game. In both it and A Midnight Walk kind of came out right about the same time. They both have that unique art style, and just really, really graphically interesting. The gameplay was okay. That was kind of the biggest step I felt like with the game. Overall, the music, the atmosphere, top tier. Really enjoyed it, and for it being on Game Pass.
Yeah, and again, I think like the gameplay was good. It was good, competent gameplay. There was nothing like it wasn't bad by any stretch. I think it's just the depth of it. I think was lacking.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is that's there's been so many games this year. In fact, we I don't know if it's gonna be the next podcast or not, but we're gonna do a podcast where we're gonna have a discussion, a data-driven discussion about the best year in gaming. Okay, because that data proves that 2025 is the best year in gaming. But Donut disagrees with that. So we're gonna bring some data and iron that out. But because 2025 being the game that data proves is the best year in gaming, there's been so many games that I haven't been able to obviously to play them all. That from the Xbox, that one and Doom were ones I didn't really touch at all. But I know I'm going to really enjoy both of those. So I need to get onto it. But I heard one thing that discouraged me from playing it was people saying a bit meh on the battle, but. If you like it that much, then I think I'll like it as well. So I'm definitely gonna give it a go. Yeah, sounds cool. Surprise as well. I wasn't expecting that to be in anyone's list, so I'm really
Yeah, it was a
pleased with
surprise
that.
to me.
I'm glad that it's on your list.
Mm.
It deserves to be.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Right.
Erno,
Is it me
you're
now? Number 4.
Yeah.
Well, when I was thinking about what's the best game to put in number 4 position, there was only one number that could fit there, and that's obviously Metroid Prime 4. You know, that just fitted so perfectly. That's the newest game I have there, because I've came out last month, December, and I completed it recently. I really like this game. I think Marius, I know you had some issues with the remastered one, the first one, because it didn't really tell you where to go. This one tells you too much where to go. So this is perfect. This one keeps reminding you, "Oi, by the way, maybe you should go and check some installations." And then if you don't do it, hey, listen. By the way, you know that key you need? Maybe it's on the the volcano level. Hey, listen, dummy. Yeah, if you want to keep going, go to the fucking volcano and grab the key from there. Okay, yeah, get it? So he does do that a lot. But so let me just start by saying about how it looks. Okay, this is a Switch game, Switch 2. I played it on, but it's a Switch game as well. Yeah, and this is one of the nicest looking games I played this year. Okay. And it just proves that you don't need all the ray tracing and everything. You just really need this really good art direction, really good HDR. This is probably the best HDR I've seen in any video game. Like, I have a nice HDR monitor, and the amount of times that like proper, like with the explosions stuff like that, I was like, wow, my eyes are gone. You know, like they really know how to do HDR. Sorry, my cat is attacking my cable. I'm having to move the cable from him. Here we go.
Sabotaged.
We're being sabotaged. I don't know which cat is doing, which terrorist it is. Oh, it's Percy. Okay. Right. Anyway. So yes, it looks great. Now mechanically, it is your Metroid Prime. So you have you start with your hand cannon, and very quickly you get the morph ball, and then you kind of like it starts in one planet and you get transported to a different planet, right? And then that's one way for you to lose your power, because you always have to lose your powers. You cannot start with all your powers. Where's the fun in that, right? And you're going through this world, and you're getting your powers, and there's like 5 temples basically, yeah, scattered around there's a desert in the middle, and there's like these 5 temples you have to go to, and you literally get a teleport key from each of the temples, and you need to get all the 5 teleport keys to be able to finish the game. Whilst you were in the desert, you got this bike you acquired early on, where you can traverse, and there's a few things in the desert to look, some Easter eggs and stuff, some stuff to find as well, some power ups, and you have people on the radio, telling you where to go, like I said. But once you're into any of these dungeons, then is the Metroid Prime experience. You're by yourself. No one on the radio. You're just exploring this, and you like lots of puzzle solving, lots of really clever puzzle solving as well. You go like, oh, I can see a missile thing on top there. How do I get that? And you're like looking around and you're scanning, lots of scanning, and you go like, yeah, they cannot get there. And then, oh, wait, I can see it. If I throw a rocket at that thing there, do a jump into a morph ball into that thing, come back on myself. There's a lot of that puzzle solving, which I love on this game, because people think Metroid Prime, they go into thinking it's a shooter. It's not a shooter. It's a game that has shooting in it, but it's a puzzle adventure game. It's what Metroid Prime is, and that was great. So yeah, it looks great, plays really well as well. Like mechanically, it's great. The music is amazing. I mean, Nintendo was really cooking with this. Nintendo are normally really good with their music, their orchestral scores anyway, but they just really got it with this one. The story is good. There's a good ending and a bad ending. Pleased to say I got the bad ending because I missed some scanning. You have to do 100% of the scanning to get the
Jeez.
The good. When I say good ending, the difference is
She gets out in her underwear again.
No, she doesn't get in underwear, but the good ending she does Samus does take her helmet out off, and you see she and on the that's one of the and you see which I went on YouTube and I saw it. So I recommend if you don't get all the scanning done, just finish the game because it's a great game, and then go on YouTube and watch the scene anyway. So you're losing nothing. I think this is the Metroid Prime you need, Maris. I think this is the one you need because, like I said, it has all the Metroid Prime core things, that you need, all the nice puzzle stuff, but also it has the pushing it back. Hey, go over there and do this, and then also there's this this little robot you find that once you get the electricity gun, if you throw electricity at them, you activate them, and then they just tell you where all the items are in that zone. So you can just do that, and just then you can go and find everything, no problem, at your leisure. I actually finished with 100% items, not 100%. Because I was really enjoying going and getting, even because even when on the map, you still need to get them, and you still need to get there and how the hell do I get that? Yeah. So if you like a puzzle exploration game with a fantastic female, protagonist in an alien world with some really good mechanics, look no further than Metroid Prime 4. It's a triumph. Yeah, that's my number 4.
Yeah, I'm. That's the main game that I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not far enough along to have a opinion on it. I will say that so far, I don't like playing it handheld. I don't like playing it with the. It feels all right. It's one of those that I feel like it's with all the Metroid Primes as well. Like the controls could be cleaned a lot more, but you're trying to fit in a 2D action adventure game into 3D. Does make it clunky. Like it doesn't have the crispness of a Halo. The Halo controls are just elite.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's funny you should mention Halo because a lot of the Rare, the team that did this game, a lot of the developers are ex-Halo developers, Bungie developers, and there's a lot of Halo in this. I'm glad you mentioned that because there's a lot of Halo, like aesthetically, in this for sure.
You absolutely just took my next point.
Well, that's what I do. That's what I do. I just take points.
Yeah, I was gonna say it very much feels like a Halo exploration. So, yep. I am enjoying it. I do want to read it and get the good ending. But
yeah, another fun thing is because you find lots of different characters throughout, and there's one character that made me laugh. She's this character, I forgot her name now, but she's proper fan girls over Samus. She's like, oh my god, it's Samus, and Samus is a silent protagonist, right? And then she's like proper like, can I hug you? And then like that's the awkward thing of, oh, should I hug you? Can I have an autograph? That type of thing. Like she's proper like fangirling over her, and it's so funny because she's obviously a big deal. Samus is this point of the game, Metro Prime 4, she's like a big deal for. In this universe, I love that game. But yes, you should definitely persevere with it, and Maris, you should definitely play it at some point. Yeah, that's my number 4 anyway. Yeah, I think we are onto the podium now. Onto the podium.
Yeah, onto the podium. So the bronze medal goes to another Nintendo game that came out this year, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Can I stop you there as you say that? Because that's also my number 3 game. So we can both talk about it. So just to keep things kosher, so everyone knows that that's also my number 3. Carry on.
Yeah. This was one that was just so much fun to pick up, play, just smash things. Like, the Super Mario Odyssey team is just a specialty. Pairing up. They really outdid them. How the game almost got a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom vibe to
Mhm.
well, where
Yeah.
you can solve whatever you're trying to do a bunch of different ways, even ways the
Mhm.
developers didn't even have you play. But the added powers that you get are fun. The boss fights, for the most part, pretty straightforward, easy, but they're just buttload. Um, and yeah, just diving
You know,
deeper, it gets crazier and crazier.
yeah. So you keep digging down and you're getting all these different biomes, and it just, as you say, just gets crazier and crazier. And I think the thing I love about this game is like the inventiveness of, because you can smash everything, or almost everything. There's certain parts you cannot smash to keep level integrity, otherwise, like there'll be no level to stand on. But for the most part, you can just smash things. And the fact that every time you get a banana, every single time, and there's 600 odd bananas or whatever it is, 700 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time Donkey Kong goes banana, every time, and he doesn't get old one time. Every time he gets a banana, he gets so excited, and you think he'll get boring. It doesn't. It doesn't. It does not get boring.
You're gonna be copying it as well. You're gonna banana.
And there's one biome which in particular, which it's just like a call out to Diddy Kong Racing, I want to say, where you can actually race as well. And there's call outs to a lot of Nintendo properties on this, of course. But it is one of those games that you keep going like, wow, that's clever. Wow, that's clever. Like the further you keep on, like, wow, that's really clever. Like you keep on going, and it keeps throwing you new mechanics all the way to the end. New mechanics all the way to the end. The soundtrack, again, I was thinking about Metroid Prime 4. Nintendo cooks when it comes to soundtracks. This is another great soundtrack, just really good. Every level had really good orchestral scores and everything. I know you haven't got a Switch 2, that's why you haven't played this, but you definitely like this game for sure.
Oh yeah, no shit.
But I just loved it. And Pauline is your character as well. That she's really cool. Like the story, like between the two. I actually quite like the story as well. It's I like the story as well. That was a good story. She wants to be a singer, and she sings throughout the game, and she's actually, it's just great. It's just Nintendo just knows how to do this. And this team, this Odyssey team, have they made a bad game? I don't think so. Every game they bring out, it's always like, because I think that the Galaxy team, I think they did Mario Galaxy before that as well, and stuff like that. I think that they did one of the Galaxies for sure. Anyway, so they definitely did Odyssey. By the way, instantly, I am playing Mario Galaxy now for the first time. So that I've started on the first one.
Time, yeah.
Because I thought the first one is the one to start. I didn't want to start with the second one, And all I'll say about it is math. Galaxy is just math. It's more math than Bonanza, by the way.
It's insane.
It's crazy. But yeah, anyways, that's not what we're talking about. Talking about this game. Yeah, this game is brilliant. Nintendo came out with an absolute bang. I was disappointed. Must admit, when I saw the game was coming out, because I wanted a Mario game from this team to be, and like, oh. And then when I played, I'm like, you know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at because this is good. This is good. Yeah. This is very good. Right. What's your number 3 then, Marius? It's not Donkey Kong. We know that for a fact.
It is not Donkey Kong, and it is not a game from this year. It is Thank Goodness You're Here.
Oh yes.
This game, thank you for the acknowledgement there, Donut. Like, this game is, like I said earlier, a lot of my games on this list, it's about how they made me feel, and this just made me feel happy. Like, this is probably the funniest game I've played, I think.
Okay.
It is like a cartoony sort of 2D game, and the name sort of sums up what it is. It's thank goodness you're here, because you just go round and, like in most games, you're just there solving everybody's problems for them. You only have one interaction, which is a slap. That's all you do, and that either prompts people to talk to you, or hit something. And it is one of the most British games that I've played as well. It's set like in a northern town, so everyone has these northern accents. There's lots of British double entendres in there. Thinking like it's very Monty Python-esque. There's just fucking absurd shit in there, and it's one of those. There's so much funny stuff that I don't want to share some of the funny stuff, but like a couple of things that really got me. There's one. It's a little bit later on, where he just ends up, for various reasons, falling down this same person's chimney and covering his room full of soot. And it just keeps happening. And this guy is so polite about the fact that he's just had his whole room covered in soot. And it's just this, he just keeps doing it and doing it. It's so funny. And then there's this other one throughout the whole game. There's a fence with a little hole in it. And there's this guy that just keeps pushing sausages through this hole. And it's just there's so many just funny things on it. Like, I'm gonna have to play that game again. I didn't have time to do it, but I wanted to replay it again before this podcast, to be honest with you. And again, it's a 2-hour long game, which is absolutely perfect for this game. I think any longer and those sort of things would potentially get a bit tiresome, and it would not be fun. And yeah, it is just, it's so good.
It's proper mad.
Okay.
It is proper
Yeah.
mad.
It's
and I
insane.
love
It is insane.
everything about it.
Yeah.
This is another one of those that is severely underrated, not talked about enough. But pretty much every outlet that's said the same thing.
Yeah.
And I will second it. Like, it is just almost pure joy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
just
golden
the amount of
from
things
all the
that
way
you
through.
do that are just insane. But yeah, it's definitely got that nice British humor.
Yeah.
Oh man, so glad you brought that one up.
I haven't really heard about. I've heard about it, but I haven't really looked into this game. Looks really good. I've added it to my wish list. And as you were speaking, I was checking how long to beat, and it does say 1.5 to 2 hours. So
yeah.
Yeah,
so I just did it in one sitting, one night. That's the way to do it. I think is just like just smash through it. It's just like watching a movie.
Looks really cool, and
phenomenal.
I was checking if it's on Game Pass.
And you can take your time and
just
slap everyone's butt. You know, that works too.
It's always a good thing to do. All right, very good.
All right. Well, now on to the top two here. So my number 2 has already been talked about by the both of you. It's Split Fiction. Very similar to Marius putting "Thank Goodness You're Here" for the play. It was this game was pure joy for me and family to every night after work, whatnot. We would like, all right, let's put up the next level. And you know, it doesn't have the same amount of mini games or anything like It Takes Two. Really, the gameplay, they've just evolved to such masters. Everything was so much fun to play. The level designs were bad. Some sections. Everyone, the pigs. That one early on was fantastic. Birthday. That one stand out for. but
I like the mini. There was like mini like bubble thing sometimes, like mini short stories or whatever it was called, wasn't it? There was one which was like ink, like
yeah,
a pencil
the
drawn.
pencil drawing
That
Oh,
one.
was
yes,
that was
That one
excellent.
was
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the reason that I have this number. The level design in absolutely some of the best I've ever seen. We all talk about the 8th chapter. That one, you just have to experience because words really can't describe how amazing it is. But the pencil drawing short, that one is incredible, and it's got a little choose your own adventure to get different things to happen if you do different. And just there's so many of those moments in there that it was a lot of fun. Like it kept me on the edge of my seat a lot of the time, especially son was trying to crack the code on the phone um or doing one of the insane jumping puzzles. There was a little frustration here and there, but like it was one of those things that we just, and that's ultimately kind of how I decided my fiction. Thought about it more. At number 2.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. No, it's a phenomenal game. Obviously we already talked about it when it was in our 6th position, so we're not gonna take any more time on it. Right, what's your number 2 then, Marius?
Yeah, my number 2 was a very late entry this year into my list, and it also comes with I was very surprised to be playing this because I required new hardware to play this. Because I've gone and got myself back into VR again, haven't I?
Okay, now. Here we go.
Okay.
I got myself. I'm not sure that you do, but we'll see. I got myself a MetaQuest 3.
They're great, aren't they? Yeah.
Great. I mean, I was humming and ahhing about holding on for the new Valve. What's it called? I can't remember.
Framework.
Frame. Yeah. I thought about that, but when I was, looking into it, and
that's going to be
that's going to be too much. No, you know what? I'm going to go MetaQuest 3. So I did. So I'm going to shove in a little sneaky, my favorite hardware of the year. The MetaQuest 3 is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, especially when you're doing Steam games from Steam. Maybe obviously you've done that. I'm assuming.
I don't think I have done any Steam games.
It's very simple to do, by the way.
But I've got it all set up. I've done the setup of it, but I haven't ended up doing it yet.
You should try Half-Life Alyx on it, because you're like, oh wow, this looks much better now.
I mean, look, the how it looks is phenomenal. It gets rid of a lot of the, this feels to me like the next generation of VR, like compared to the Vive or the original Oculus ones and stuff. This is an absolute step up for me. I thought it was phenomenal. The way, like the having the sound in the strap on the headphones, it was great. It's the most uncomfortable fucking headset of all time, I have to say. The fact that it doesn't come with a decent headband strap thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have purchased a third-party one.
Yeah.
I did go for a fairly cheaper one, which seems to have done the job, but there might be better ones on there. And it does make it a lot better. But it is the most uncomfortable. It's even more uncomfortable than the Vive for me. That's my only complaint. But with this new strap thing, it does help. But
I'm interested to see what game
MetaQuest 3 phenomenal. Sorry, I had to. I was
Can I guess the game?
I mean, You can guess. Go on.
Midnight Walk.
No. You're a long way off. This is an old game that I've not yet played.
Wow.
Like
Uh,
it's not. This is
Superhot
the
VR.
oldest game on my list. No, I've done that before.
We could be here all day.
It was released in 2020. That's how long ago we're
Oh,
talking.
2020. No, what's the
No.
one with the guns with like lightsabers but with the guns instead? You go around shooting
Pistol
things.
Pistol Whip.
Pistol Whip.
I
Another
played a bit of that. Yeah, I have been playing a bit of that.
It's great. It's great.
It is great, and that was almost in contention. But this one absolutely took it from the VR entry for me, and that is Pixel Ripped 1995.
Oh, that's
yeah, I was aware of its existence when I was last in VR, but it was one of those, like, I'd heard of it, it'd been mentioned as good, but I'd never quite got round to it. I was too tight. I never wanted to spend the very small amount of money that it required.
So 19 what, sorry?
1995.
1995.
There's two others as well. I think there's a 78
89, 78.
and
There's
an
a
89.
70s
Yeah.
and an 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. And oh my god, this is so good. It's as the name suggests, it's sort of set in 1995, and it really takes you back to that time, and it does some really, really clever stuff. So like essentially you're a kid, so you start off as a kid sat in a room, like in VR. You're sat in your living room with a console in front of you, so you switch on the console, you're playing the console, and then your mum will be there. She's on the phone doing other stuff around you, and then she'll come and tell you off for being on it too long. She'll come over and like try and switch the console off while you're playing on it and stuff like that. So you have this thing of you're actually playing a 2D game that's very much like, you know, a Super Nintendo Mega Drive game in 2D, but then you've got the VR stuff in the background as well, and it does loads of really cool stuff like that. Like it'll there's a section in you're in essentially like a Blockbusters sort of store or a game store, and there's a couple of like demo pods like right, you know, sat next to each other, and it just took me back to those old days of doing that sort of thing so much. But then you have two different games on these, and you have to take like power-ups from one game and use them in the other game to make progress and stuff. Just some really cool, clever ideas, and there's loads of that throughout where you have to do stuff in the inverted commas real world in VR in order to make progression on the actual game and stuff like that. And it tells a really sort of nice, sweet story at the end of the day as well. What other sort of cool things? Like there's a bit, again, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but like there's a bit where you're sort of playing the game late at night. Again, just taking me back to being a kid, when you're not supposed to be playing on the game and you switch it on after your mum's gone to bed. And there's certain things, like certain bits of floor in the game that make a load of noise, so you have to try and avoid those bits in the game, otherwise they wake your mum up, sort of thing. And so much cool stuff, just full of nostalgia from anyone that's around from that time. And so clever. Again, it's one of those games that I just went going, oh wow, this is amazing. It was, and again, a fairly short game, a few hours. This was my Christmas morning. This was for me the first Christmas that I've woke up in my house alone. And it's like, oh, what do I do with myself? Well, I just play this for a few hours before I went and saw the rest of my family and stuff for lunch. And yeah, it completely, absolutely had me 100%. This game is great. If you have VR, play it. And I will certainly be getting my hands on the other two. I think this one is probably the one I'm going to be more comfortable with and I'm going to like the most, just because of that nostalgia thing. And I think that period probably has more meaning for me because of the age I was at the time than the other two. But I'm certainly interested. Oh, there's a road rash type bit in it, Bruno, which is great. There's so much good stuff in this, and again, I don't want to say much more about it because spoiling it.
This sounds great. I need to play more on my MetaQuest because it's one of those. I play my PC a lot, and then every time I do play on my MetaQuest, I remind myself how good it is, and you should definitely try the Steam Link thing because it's honestly it works over Wi-Fi, no cables, nothing, just all the VR games you have on your PC, good to go. Yeah. It's that easy.
I've just been forcing myself to play the new stuff that I've played.
Normally, when you buy a Oculus Rift, MetaQuest, it comes with a free game normally. But what was the free game that came with that one? If it came with one?
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I bought it like secondhand.
Okay, fair enough. It wouldn't have been Batman. It would have been probably Iron Man. No Iron Man. Sorry. No Iron Man. No. The Ryan Reynolds character, Deadpool. I think
Deadpool.
Probably Deadpool. That's the latest one. All right, cool. Anyway, great game.
Yeah, real quick on that one, Marius. Is there a section in that one where you're like trying to play your Game Boy in, or is that
no? Okay, no, so that would be the earlier ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's. I played the 80s and the 90s. And both of them are a lot of fun. 90s is probably the better of the two. I haven't played the 70s. But I know sounds that cool. One's more RE.
Very nice.
All right, Bruno. What's your silver medal?
My silver medalist. And I have to say, before I move on to my silver medalist, is that up until this point, all the games were very interchangeable. You know, like you had Split Fiction higher up. For me, it could have been higher up. You could almost like put them all in the bag and shake them, and it would have been fine. My number 2 is Hollow Knight Silk Song. That's my number 2 game. So, 7 years in the making. I remember playing the original one. I actually was lucky enough to get a key for the game from Team Sherry, and a very small team. I think it's like 1 or 2 people though. Like not again. I think maybe 2. No, maybe it's 3 people. 3 people development team. Yeah, so a small team. Send us a key for the original Hollow Knight, and I loved it. It's been 7 years, and then. So much hype. It was the most wishlisted game on Steam, and there was no way it was going to live up to the hype. It couldn't, and guess what? It did. It came out and it absolutely lived up to the hype. It was that good. I couldn't stop playing this game, and it's one of those games as well. There at any point I could stop the game. Take a screenshot, and that would be something I would hang on my wall. Like every single frame looked gorgeous. The music was again just outrageously good. You know, it had no right to be that good. You know, like just amazing orchestral score, different themes for every different biome, lots of different biomes. A lot of that thing of. Hey, you know, go and do this thing, kind of like put a mark on the map, but you kind of get there the way you kind of go whichever way, you know, you want to try and go, and then you're going to find your challenges along the way, and maybe you cannot get past a certain boss or a certain area, and you go like, okay, make a note of that, and then, you know, go, like, it has that nice Metroidvania aspect. You're like, I cannot go through here, I'm going to go elsewhere. But what I liked about it is the story was great. I thought the story was really, 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 really interesting. Lots of the world building was great, and the mechanics were great. There was like 200 odd different enemies to kill, and a lot of them really had different attack modes, and it was really different. So you kind of had to learn how how to fight every single one of these enemies. The boss fights was so good. That was a particular boss fight which I'm gonna spoil slightly, but that's this literally these two dancers, yeah, and you kind of like fighting them, but the way they attack is just a beauty on how they attack, and they kind of like dancing together as they attacking you. And then when you kill one of them, the other one lost his partner, lost their love, right? And that now they go mad, but there's no rhythm, there's nothing to their attack anymore because they haven't got their counterpart anymore. There's a lot of that in this game, like just beautiful, like and then later on you find out the backstory for them, and like it's really like the proper like this heartfelt moment, and you're like shit, like the so yeah, there's a lot of that, a lot of secrets. It's nails, man. It's pretty tough, the game, you know, like there's parts on it you go like wow, but then there's also parts when you go like you feel like a hero because you're going through these sections and you're like you jumping off this spike, off this bird that's flying onto the platform, jump, you know, like spike as you poke going off each spike, and just to get to the top of this zone, and then you fight this big enemy there, and then you escape, and then you get to the zone and you fight the boss. Like that is, he has that type of like proper like shit, but everything is fair. It's like you were talking about mini shoot adventures. It's everything. If when you die, it's your fault. You died because you weren't paying attention, or you died because you were not good enough. It's a triumph. It's just a beautiful game, and I couldn't recommend it high enough for you. I think you'd like it actually, Marius. You know, nope, you don't think so?
It doesn't
Nope.
tell them.
Maybe
No, yeah, I didn't get on with the first one. I tried it again this year, and I still didn't get on with it.
Fair enough.
It's yeah. Again, like I'm moving away from sort of intensely difficult games. They're just like they don't hold the same interest in me. And again, it has those sort of Dark Soulsy elements to it of you know, losing your stuff when you die, and yeah, it's just I don't enjoy those mechanics.
No, I love it, and then also you also rescue these fleas as you go through, and then you keep like fighting all these fleas, and you keep rescuing these fleas, and the flea caravan keeps moving along. At the moment, the more fleas you get, and then at the end you get a flea carnival, and there's nothing better than a flea carnival. Okay, okay.
Right. I mean, that is okay.
I mean, come on, that is cool. Yeah, and there's things to do in the flea carnival, by the way, which are pretty cool. Like you do. Flea carnival games, obviously, you know. This game, the word I'm looking for is this. Yeah, this game has so much heart. That's what he says. Yeah, this is art as well. It is difficult. He has all of that. Yeah, but it's art. That's what it is. It's brilliant. And that's my number 2. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're on to the winners now. So yeah.
On to the number 1.
Yeah.
81.
I'm interested to see what you know. I guess for yours. I mean, I really don't know. You threw you kind of like obviously you had Clair Obscura 4th, right? You throw Donkey Kong Bonanza, Split Fiction. It's difficult. I mean, the only game that I know you like a lot, but I don't think you're gonna have it in your top 5 is top 6 even, is Arc Raiders. Is that what you're gonna try and throw at us? Is it gonna be Arc Raiders or no? Or is it gonna be
answer?
I think so. I'm gonna go Arc Raiders. Yeah.
Right. Well, good guessing, because my number 1 is Arc Raiders. And this one is number 1 because it got its hooks in greater than.
It has, yeah.
So I'm a glutton for punishment, and do some extraction. I haven't played one for a while, but I did play a lot of Tarkov back in the day, before they really ruined it. But this one is just different. It, like, in most extraction shooters, it's you versus everything. So NPCs and other. And in this one, it's really you maybe the occasional player that you're going up against, but it's really you versus robots, AI that kind of taken over. And there is a lot more camaraderie. I don't know how many times that I was in a run and I helped a player out, and or I went into a room and this player could have completely destroyed me, but he was like, "Hey, friendly, hey, you need a blueprint? Here you go." It just
it does have that. So to cut you off there, I'll obviously let you finish your point. But on that, what they've done, I've read an article about this. What the developers have done on this, which is very clever. They haven't quite said exactly how the mechanics work, obviously, so they don't get exploited. But they kind of put you in a category. So if you play the game and you see another player and you don't shoot at them, right? And you see another player, you don't shoot. They put you into the category of this guy doesn't shoot players, right? And if you go see an enemy and you shoot straight away, they put you into a category of, oh, this guy likes to fight. So the people that like to just be assholes are all playing together, and the people that like to just have a bit of fun and play against the Ark are playing on or like they're kind of like segregating them that way, which I think is brilliant. I think it works very well. So if you want to be a twat, go and be twat with the other twats. You know what I mean? And if you want to be a nice guy, you like that. If you want to be a twat, go and be a twat with the other twats, right? Cool. That could have been the podcast title. Anyway, sorry, I cut you off. Carry on.
Yeah, no. But yeah, like they did stuff like that kind of helps games out, because that's the most frustrating thing when you into an extraction shooter. Go in, you have your favorite kit on, and then some player just out of nowhere, you had no chance and you lost it. And like it does kind of take the tension away a little bit, but fighting
because the Ark will fuck you up.
Yeah, the Ark are more than enough tension that I ever need. Like there's been so many times where like I'm just trying to extract and all of a sudden a leaper or something just is, or a rocketeer is guarding the, and then I have to navigate that and sitting there watching the clock tick down. My health is like all my healing items are gone. There is more than enough stress to be had in this character, even without the player in it.
This is a water cooler game. Like those games where you're grabbing some water at the water cooler, like the Dark Race. Oh yeah, this is what I've done. And you tell your story, because that was, for instance, one time you and I were playing, and there's these two guys just camping on top of this building, and they're just camping this extract. They're just shooting everyone that's trying to go out. Friendly, they're just being twats, right? They're not even going for loot. They're just shooting them. You're not escaping. You're not even going for loot. We're just killing you because that's what we're gonna do. And we both snuck up behind them, and we absolutely destroyed the shit out of them, and just killed them both and took all their gear. But it was like really good. Like it was probably like a SWAT move. Like you throw the nade, and you went one way, I went the other way. They had no chance. It was brilliant. But yeah, it does have that. I've not liked one single extraction shooter apart from this one. This one really, I like the post-apocalyptic theme of humanity's been driving underground because the robots are taking over. So when you go out, you fight for life. You're going trying to get resources and escape, right? Go back underground, because a lot of extraction shooters don't make any sense. What's the point? You go in and what is the reason? What's my reason to go into this world and loot? So they give you a story reason to do it. I think it looks brilliant. It's an Unreal Engine 5 game that where they use they actually use a RTX plugin when it comes to the ray tracing on it. So they don't use Lumen from Unreal Engine. So it just looks great. I mean, this game looks beautiful, like one of the best looking games as well of the year. Sound wise, probably the best sound I've seen in any game. It's that's that space, all of those games. The sound of this, the sound of the Ark, has that beautiful thing of, for instance, you might see an explosion in so you see the explosion because obviously light, right? Then the shockwave comes and you hear the sound, then you hear the sand coming through and everything, like just everything just this game sounds great, and it plays really well. And like you said, I like the fact that the community is not as asshole-ish as other games. Also, if you're into like if you can fall into a TikTok or YouTube hole with this game, because there's so much funny content for this. There was one guy I was watching. He was playing Batman. He was Batman in the game. So literally, he would come. People would be fighting Ark. He'll come in, help him, shoot with doing the Batman voice, the deep voice. I'm here to help you. And then he'll throw a smoke grenade at the floor and disappear, and run away, and just go and help somebody else. Like there's lots of like funny stuff like that. It's a brilliant game. It's not on my list. I haven't put as many hours as you did, but it's one of those that every time I play, I'm just gonna keep playing. I'm like, oh, I want to play more of it. It's so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think Marius would like this game.
I think the other thing that they did really well. I haven't played it as much since the excursion happened, but there's instead of just doing a wipe and just clearing all your progress out, like Tarkov, most frustrating thing. Wipe everything that you did, all the missions, all the gear that you collected, you built, everything you did in your hideout, wiped out completely. And you start back from zero. Where this gives you the election. You want to wipe everything and then get up to 5 additional skill points and get certain bonuses, certain cosmetics, and stuff like that? Or do you want to just keep playing how you are right now? And that, I don't know if you could necessarily do that if this was a 100% game, with the community being as connected as it is. Like most people are out to just help. Hey, I'm just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah.
I think that really helps with that aspect, that you fairly wipe. I know they've said that if a wipe does need to occur, they will, and there will be discussions on how they'll do that. But at the present time, they do not have a plan, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, that's a great game for number one place for you there. I want to apologize to the listeners for the audio issues. If you heard that, my mouse just ran out of battery, so it kept going beep, 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 beep. So apologies if that made it into the podcast, and my beep, 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 beep as well. Marius, what's your number one? Can I guess your number one?
Yeah, I don't know. Can you?
I think I can.
I think you probably can.
Yeah, it's the PS5 game. What's it called? Astrobot.
No, it's not.
Oh, that is surprising, because you put all the games. I thought, because you played it this year, I thought it would have been that one. I'm surprised.
It could have easily been, but I felt there was a more interesting selection than that.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to guess? Want to guess, Donut, yourself, based on nothing, because we haven't spoke to him for ages about games.
No. Very difficult here.
It is a game from this year. I'll give you some help.
What month? What month?
I don't need a month. I just need to know.
I know the game. I know the game.
Or is it
your go, Bruno? Shut up. Let Donut have his go.
Is it more well known, or is it under the radar?
It's well known.
Well known. Tough. Dispatch?
It would not.
Yeah.
It starts with the same letter.
It does.
Yeah, I got nothing.
It's the third entry of the trilogy. Came out in May.
Oh, Doom?
It is indeed Doom, Dark Ages.
Yeah, I forgot you played that. I forgot you really liked that as
well. Yeah, I did really like it, and like it's just like that series just gets better and better. I think like you, Bruno, I'm going to have to go back and do Doom Eternal.
I did
Because
go back.
I never finished that. It didn't compared to the 2016 one. It didn't feel. I don't know. It just didn't catch me quite as well as that one. But I knew it's still a great game, and I knew there's something there. But I thought I'd give this one a go again. And again, like one of my colleagues at work who talked quite a bit about games and stuff. But he plays a different type of game to me and stuff, and he's like, but they just look all they look all the same, those games. And I'm like, no, that's the thing about these games. Yeah, to the untrained eye, you look at it, yeah, there's 3 Doom games, they're all the same, but they are not. The feel of those, they each feel very distinctly their own game. And this one was amazing. It like they added the shield that you can use to block or parry with, so it adds that sort of blocking and parrying mechanic to it, which worked really well. You can throw the shield, and like all the Doom games, it's just that constant like fucking every second there's something happening that like it's just constant go all of the time. And again, for me, it was just that pure sense of joy playing through it. Like I loved every second of it. Just like so much going on, so much fun there. They again, some people moaned about them, but they throw in a few levels where you play in this like massive fucking mech thing.
That looks cool.
I enjoyed that, and like they don't outstay their welcome. It wasn't like they put in loads of those. Like if there was loads of that, then yeah, it wouldn't be so good. But as a little, and you do need something like that because it is so frenetic all the way through. You need that little bit of a palate cleanse and a little bit of a hang on, let's just calm down a minute. Like, so I think those levels are actually necessary. And again, like as we'd all do, you know, the weapons are fun. Like the one that fucking grinds up skulls and stuff to fire them out, just like stupid stuff like that. And they opened it out a little bit more. It's not open world, but the battle arenas are a bit more open, and there's a
open area.
If you want a bit more exploration, and there's always been secrets and stuff like that in Doom, but I think there's a little bit more of that and going on in this one. Yeah, and it was just it was one of those. Me, as soon as I picked it up, it was just like go all the way. Played through it very quickly. It's not perfect. I think you know, like they added like there's story mode, there's cutscenes and stuff. I don't need that in Doom, but I like that's not necessary. And it wasn't great. There's stuff like that they added in, but they just doomed the hell out of Doom again. It was amazing.
Yeah.
No, it looks great.
It's one of those like so Doom Eternal is my favorite of the 3 by far.
Interesting.
And so it's like Doom 2016 felt like Doom, just revamped and Doom Eternal felt like Doom mixed with Unreal Wake, where it just added that frenetic pace to it. This one, it didn't necessarily feel like Doomed.
It's
like,
more like stop and fight. That's what they say.
It was more plotting. It was more plotting instead of moving around the arena. And it didn't catch me. Same. The palette cleanser levels where you're on the dragon or on the neck, those were fine. They weren't like overly like great. They were just kind of there. But it did give you that nice cleanse from everything else. I just felt it was a little bit more. It was more slow than the other game. That just kind of threw me. Why I didn't enjoy.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, so obviously played the first level, so not that much about it. But what I'll say about Doom Eternal, because I didn't quite get on with Doom Eternal, and I think you should try it again, Marius, because I was trying to play Doom Eternal the same way you play Doom 2016, and I agree with you. Doom 2016 is more like Doom-like, and the thing with Eternal is you need to be always jumping, always shooting. You cannot stop. It's one of those you don't stop. You just keep moving around the arena as you shoot, melee attack, grab a gun, grab bullets, and then you keep don't stop moving. And when I realized that's what the game was, I was like, oh wow, this game is a lot of fun. So I actually am. I don't know about the third one, but I do prefer Eternal to the first one as well. I think Eternal is once you realize you're not supposed to play it the same way, you go like, oh, this is pretty special, and it is. I definitely will be playing Doom the Dark Ages. I really like the first two, so there's no way I'm not gonna like this third one. But that's a great choice for your number one game there. Yeah, I forgot you had played that game. Now it's time for me to name my number one game of the year, and there's no surprise that it is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. That's why I was so quiet when Donut was talking about it as his number 4 position. I made a note here. I got my notepad out. I made a little note when you were talking about it because as per the rules, I was supposed to talk about it when it was on my spot, so I didn't want to, jump in. And one point you made, and obviously all opinions are your own and valid, of course, yeah. But one point you made was the thing with I think you said something along the lines of the thing with the JRPGs is that you can go 20 minutes into a battle and then you get killed and you have to start again, yeah. I agree. But on this game, that's one of the things I like about this game. Yeah, because this game, I often went into a battle where I was not second best, I was 5th best. There's no way on a normal JRPG that I would be able to win this fight. But because you have the dodge, because you have the parry, yeah, I felt like I was in the game. I felt that there was many times I was playing, doing a battle where I've lost 2 characters. They're dead. I cannot revive them or whatever, and I'm down to my last guy. The enemy still has half health. Yeah, and I parry. He attacks. I parry, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy's not touching me. And then I'm attacking him, and then maybe I can resurrect one of them again. Yeah, and then he goes in and I parry. No, you cannot touch me. I'm in the zone now. Every single attack you're doing, I got you covered. I've learned all your attack moves. You have 6, 7 attack moves, and I've learned them all. Yeah, and you're not gonna touch me. And in your Final Fantasy and in other games like that, there's no way. You got to that point where you played badly, you didn't get your team right, and you got on this one. I actually think it's the opposite. So I made the note here. No, actually, I think it's the opposite of what you're saying. I think, for me anyway, I think the game, because he introduces the parry and the dodge maneuver. I actually didn't use much of the dodge. I really got good with the parry straight away, so I just carry on with that. So yes. So the fighting was great. So I started with the mechanics on this one. By the way, welcome back, Donut. My number one game is Clair Obscur. For I
don't think that needed repeating, did it?
So let's keep on the mechanics. So he has that turn-based thing and mechanic, but you do have the parry and the dodge. And I like the fact that every single enemy has quite a different attack moves and different timings, right? And I got really good, and I enjoyed learning their attack moves. Like, okay, I can see exactly when you're going to go. And I honestly, when I say I was parrying well, I would say towards the end, out of 100 parries, I was doing 98, probably. It's very rare for me to miss a parry. That's what I was. And you can break the game because there's things like you can do. Like as you play with the mechanics, with all the different power-ups and picos and all of the things you can add, I was doing like, if you parry, you get one more attack move, or if you parry, you do double, like stuff like that. You do double the damage with your next attack. I was really like proper going on to the min-max, to the point where early on, I was like, oh, that guy is like literally. I'm like level I don't know, level 10, and he's like level 50. Don't worry about him. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go and play him. And like some of the mimic characters, that's so difficult, right? Because if they hit you once, you're gone. And I was going to those battles. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pay everything to throw me. So I quite like the fact that it empowered you, the game, to be able to go into any fight, even if your character was underpowered or not doing enough damage. So anyway, the mechanics are great. Now the story, I really liked the story. The story was ace. I thought it was second to none. So you start with a great premise. So the premise being that there's this character, the paintress. Every year, she puts a number on the mountain, and everyone which is that age, so older than that age, dies, right? And 33 is the number she puts on this one. So everyone that was going to turn 34 vanishes. Yeah, the gommage they call it, and that's how the game starts. And some characters get lost, and you're like straight away, wow, this is interesting. So then you go on to this expedition, and you go on the expedition to try and stop the paintress. And what I really like is that as you go through the expedition, you see different flagpoles of the people of the previous expeditions, how far they made it, and there's their story, and you have the. There was one that tried to get. There were climbers, so when you get to it, you like there was the expedition of the climbers. They all specialize in climbing, and they were trying to. So they're really trying to save themselves in this world, and they on these expeditions they specialize in different things because they're like let's try and do this, and as it gets closer and closer to zero, they're getting more. Desperate, so they kind of like they're running out of ideas. Another thing that I really like is on the world where everyone dies, there's no old people anymore. Is it worth having children? Because you're not gonna be there to raise that child, right? Because so that's honestly the story was amazing. And it gets even better as you progress, right? Because there's as you unravel the plot, the twists, and all of that. Then there's the music. Yeah, I think this is probably my favorite music of any game. Like I got the sound. I downloaded the soundtrack, like three albums worth. Yeah, and there's not one bad song. They're all bangers. Honestly, like really, like really, really, really good soundtrack. The art style, yeah, it's all like you're in a painting basically. There's brush strokes here and there, and there's an overworld, like your Final Fantasy games of the past. Like literally, you get to a point where there's an overworld. There's a point where one point where you unlock a way to go in the water. There's a point when you unlock something that flies, proper like the old, like Final Fantasies. All of that. So all of it is there. It's really funny. It's full of charm. Yeah, full of charm. It's made by a very small team, 30 odd people and a dog. Yeah, made this game. Yeah, it's longer than it needs to be. It's sorry, not needs to be. Sorry, longer than it should for the team and the budget than it should be. It's massive. It's a lot of content. Yeah, the voice acting is amazing. They got really good voice actors to come into the voice acting. Like people like Andy Serkis and stuff like that doing the voice acting on this, and Charlie Cox and. Really great, and Ben Starr, Jennifer English. She plays Melee, and she was excellent. I mean, so yeah, story great, music great, looks great. Yeah, the mechanics I started with are great. The characters. Interestingly, the characters, the playable characters, every single one has different attacks. So really, as you're playing, everyone, all of them are really different. And you see this in other games like Final Fantasy and stuff like that, where there's the different classes and the different jobs and stuff like that, where they attack differently. But this one really does that, and there's one character in particular which he likes feet, which is one of my favorite characters. So it nicks the feet of these enemies, these monsters, and he learns their attack. So you kind of like you can build him up. His special ability. You can literally pick the attacks he gets from these enemies he learns, and you can use them in the battle yourself, and they're really cool. So this is not just my favorite game of this year. I think if I was to do a top 5 list of my favorite games ever, this would be there. This it's not just my favorite game of this year. This is one of the best games that I ever played. And what Donut was saying is he didn't grab him. This one did. This one was the one I was like, oh, I have a half an hour in the morning before I go to work. I'll just load it up and play a bit of that. Like
Mhm.
it was that game. I couldn't stop playing it. Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
just
will say, like, not that it didn't grab me, it's that it didn't, like, it I didn't eat, sleep,
mm,
a lot of people did. And rightfully so, this game is 100% best ever done to it.
mm,
I will say, like, it, I valued more of, like, and the campfire stuff, like the interaction
hmm
with characters campfire, than I did the actual gameplay.
yeah.
Gameplay is great, it Perry, character most people did,
Mm,
and it does get to the point where you feel powered because pairing. And that's one of the things that also kind of ticked it down a little bit for me was the final battles didn't have the same weight to it because I didn't fear any of it. I
yeah, but there's I agree with you. I beat the final boss like in no time. Like I think I hit him a couple times and he was dead. So I really didn't struggle with the final boss whatsoever. But there are side quests, other
yeah
bosses which absolutely kick your ass even when you're that good. They absolutely just they make like you'll be doing some damage and you're like, oh right, I've done 1% of damage, and then and when it comes to the parry, like their attacks will be because you used to parry, and some of them are like maybe 8 attacks, like parry, like eight parries in a row in different, and this one will come in and do like 20 like in a row, and like you're like, oh shit, okay, that's fine. There is that as well to get you.
yeah, but that's the
I take your point
optional
though.
stuff, which
Hmm.
that's not what I'm here
That's
for with
this
the
type of
game.
game.
Like
It's the same
I
thing with Final Fantasy. Like you can play Final Fantasy 7 without fighting the Ultima weapon.
yeah
Yeah, but what's the fun? Fun is to go and fight the Ultima weapon as well, right? So you can do that as well, right? So it's there, but I like the fact that it's there. And by the way, if you don't do it, you still have a great experience because you still have everything else I mentioned, right? But I agree with you. You can break. I did say you can break your character by min maxing the game. You can also just slap the game onto story mode and just enjoy the great story and the great sound music to it as well. Anyway, yeah, it's my game of the year. Now I think we normally pick a combine game of the year based on the picks. Obviously, we all have our number one, which stays there. But I think I would like to nominate Split Fiction, being that it was on all our three lists as the game of the year. What do you guys think? Yeah,
yeah
do you guys like the joint?
Yeah, yeah. If that's what you're doing, that's got to be the one, hasn't it? There's no argument for any others. It's on all. It's the only one on all of our lists. So yeah.
Yeah, we all enjoyed it. So let's just show. I mean, obviously, like obviously the number one is still Doom Dark Ages, Arc Raiders, and Clair Obscur, but that's the combined one because we all had it on our list. Cool. Yeah,
I enjoyed the variety in the lists.
Right?
This
I
year.
thought so. I thought so as
yeah,
well.
I thought it was good to see more variation than perhaps there's been on previous years. Just yeah,
yep
good.
Yeah,
I agree.
and there was yeah, and a lot of indie games as well. A few AAA games, but Miniature Adventures, your obviously Clair Obscur. People keep forgetting it's a AAA. It's not a AAA game. It's well, it is a AAA game, but it's an indie game as well. I'm really gonna try this Tenko Tetsu here. That looks really interesting. So I'm gonna give that a go. But yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's our. Before we go, didn't you have a top 5 from one of our listeners to read? Or we lost him?
Yes. I do have a top 5.
I like the fact that this person, Martin, sent it to Donut because he's more professional than me, and I'm the one that has to remind them to do it. So so there you go.
Yeah. So, so Martin's top 5. Number 5 was Roadcraft, a wonderful snow runner type game. Warhammer 40K Space Marine.
That looks good.
Came out last year, but it is phenomenal. I will. Number 3, RV There Yet, a interesting game that I have yet to play. Then number 2 was Warhammer a Road Trip 2020 game, but that. And his number 1, no shock to any of us that know him, Europa Universalis 5.
Yeah, that's not a game for you.
I can tell already by the name.
So the way the way Martin described it to me, and I'm probably gonna butcher it. It's like it makes Civilization look like it makes Civilization look like a kid's game, like you do with your crayons. This is not
me at all.
Very good. Great list up.
It's definitely, but good on him. Thank you. There's probably some other lists that if it was email, I didn't get a chance to, but I will check the email before our next podcast, and I will read those.
No, you won't.
Maybe, but
okay. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I have a hard out, so let's do the outro.
Yep. So appreciate Marius for coming back and gracing us with his.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Of course.
And hopefully we'll be back in a couple weeks, depending on schedule. But might be doing more of a monthly podcast. But we'll work it out and go from there. We're gonna have a great.
And Marius, let's add each other on the meta so we can do some multiplayer games, like some stuff that could be fun, Oh, sorry. And Donut as well.
Don't discriminate here.
What's the mini golf one? Is really cool. I really like that one. You need to get that. Walk About Mini Golf is honestly, trust me. Even if you don't like golf, you're gonna like that. Okay.
So good. And there's so many maps.
Cool.
But anyways, thank you all for listening. This has been the Rogue Gamers Podcast. You can email us at roguegamers. Comment on your platform. And next time, I have been Aaron, aka Donut.
I have been Bruno, aka Bruno.
I've been back. I'll see you again in 12 months.